2.8 is on distance and midpoint formulas as well as circles. So the distance formula, d, between points x1, y1 and x2, y2 in the rectangular coordinate system is d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So when you are using the distance formula, it does not matter which point you call x1, y1 and x2, y2. Just make sure you keep the order in the first set of parentheses as you do in the second set of parentheses. So let's go ahead and find the distance between -1, 4 and 3, -2. We're going to express the answer in simplified radical form, and then we're also going to round to 2 decimal places. So me personally, I like to just go in order. So -1, 4 will be x1, y1. And 3, -2 will be x2, y2. So d is equal to the square root of x2, 3 minus x1, which is -1 squared, plus y2, which is -2, minus y1, which is 4 squared. So now we just want to go ahead and simplify the inside. We have 3 minus -1. Well, this is really just 4 squared. Plus -2 minus 4, which is -6 squared. But 4 squared is 16, and -6 squared is 36, and 16 plus 36 is 52, and the square root of 52 is not a perfect square. So the way to simplify it, people do this in different ways. Personally, I like to use a factor tree. So I will take 52 and I'm going to break it apart. So 52 is 4 and 13. 13 is prime, but 4 can be broken apart into 2 and 2. So since this is a square root, the index is 2, so we're looking for pairs of the same number. So we have a pair of 2's that can be taken apart. And so what we end up getting is the 2's come out, and we're left with a square root of 13. Now we can go ahead and round this to 2 decimal places. This is at about 7.21. So there are about 7.21 units between -1, 4 and 3, -2. The midpoint formula, so if we consider a line segment whose endpoints are x1, y1, and x2, y2, the coordinates of the segment's midpoint is x1, x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So you're just finding the average of your x coordinates and the average of your y coordinates. So let's go ahead and find the midpoint of this line segment with the points 1, -6 and -8, -4. So x1 is going to be 1 and y1 is -6, and x2 is -8 and y2 is -4. So the midpoint, which is x1 plus x2 over 2, is 1 plus -8 all over 2. And the y coordinate is -6 plus -4 over 2. And then we just want to go ahead and simplify this. So -1 plus -8 will give me, 1 plus -8 is -7 over 2. And -6 plus -4 is -10 over 2. And we can't really simplify the -7/2, but we can simplify the -10 over 2. So our midpoint is -7/2, comma -5. So a circle is the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point called the center. The fixed distance from the circle center to any point on the circle is called the radius. So the standard form of the equation of a circle with center HK and radius R is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, which is equal to r squared. So we want to write the standard form of the equation of a circle with the center of -2, 3 and a radius of 4. So our center is HK. So h is -2 and k is 3, and we have the radius is 4. So plugging in to our standard form, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, we have x minus -2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 4 squared. So we can make this look a little prettier. And this becomes x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 16. And so for the last example, we want to find the center and radius of the circle whose equation is x minus 2 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 9. So we need to figure out the center and the radius. So the standard form of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So let's go ahead and write our equation using the minuses. So we have x minus 2 squared plus y minus -4 squared equals, now the square root of 9 is 3, so 3 squared is equal to 9. So this tells me that HK is equal to +2, -4, and my radius is 3. So let's go ahead and graph this equation. So our center is 2, -4, so we need to plot this first. And so the radius tells you how far you go out from the center to hit any point on the circle. So I'm going to go 3 units in the north, east, southwest direction. So 3 units up, 3 units to the right, 3 units down, and 3 units to the left. And so all you're going to do is you're connect the points on the outside. Don't connect to the center. So now that we've graphed it, we want to use it to identify the relation's domain and range. So the domain is all of my x values and my range is my y values. So my leftmost x value that I hit is -1, and my rightmost value that I hit is 5. My range, which is all my y values, goes from bottom to top. And the bottommost y value I hit is -7. And the topmost y value that I hit is -1.